Hello, everybody. It is Saturday Night Live. How are you tonight? Tell me about your Saturday. What are you grateful there about as we close out week 56 and 57? Week 56, 57 is what we're saying goodbye to. Goodbye, week 56, 57. Goodbye. Yes, we are saying goodbye to week 56, 57 tonight on Saturday Night Live. How was your day? What is happening in your world? We had a busy day, make up from the snow yesterday, so people were out today. The no snow today got everybody out. Got everybody out today, which was really, really nice. Nice to have lots of people in the stores. So that was very exciting. That was very exciting. But tell me about your day and what you're excited about. Hey, Adele and Dazzle are here. That means it's treat time, Dazzle. Don't let Adele tell you it's not time. It's time. It's time for treats. As long as you were a good kitty today. How you doing, Adele? How's things in Michigan tonight? Hope all is well in your world. Hope all is well in everybody's world tonight. You know, not only were customers out, they were spending. A great way to end week 56, 57. So, nice, strong way to end it. The weekends are really starting to come back, which is nice. You know, all throughout this pandemic, it has really been just another day. But it is nice to have it back and to see some strong days, some strong weekend days. That is an encouraging sign of things to come. Thank you, Cassandra, for posting the YouTube link. Yes, we are broadcasting live tonight on both YouTube and Facebook. So if you have any Facebook issues, you can hop right on over to the YouTube. We're going on both. Hopefully they'll keep going. Hey, Michelle, how are you? How are things in Virginia? Tell me about your day. I hope you had a stupendous Saturday. I hope people were out. I know you didn't have snow to fight with. I know you didn't have snow in your world. Hopefully everything is going well in your world. And beautiful day. Well, I can't say we had beautiful, but we had a day. We had a day. And I can't quite say beautiful, but we definitely had a day. Whoa, the second highest cases since the beginning. Yeah, Michigan's got quite the thing going on there, Adele. You better stay in. You better stay in. We need to keep you safe. Get delivery. Hey, Kitty, how are you? How are things in Illinois? How are things in Illinois? I want to keep Michigan, Michigan's going through. We're going to see this. We're going to see parts of the country going through tough times. And I hate to see any part of the country go through it. But again, like yesterday with half a foot of snow, winter's not over, pandemic's not over, people. No matter how good things are in a given time in your area, this pandemic is not over yet. Best day this year. Boom. You said that not that long ago, so we already beat another record. That's great, Kitty. Congratulations. We had a nice, strong day with people getting out after the snow. So, what causes these surges? There's so many things, Michelle. There's so many things. The biggest thing that causes the surges is the lack of basic things that we know is the right thing to do. Wearing a mask, wash your hands. Wear a mask. Don't congregate with people you don't know. Don't burst your bubble, basically. Don't burst your bubble is basically the key to this right now. we're close. We're not there yet. I mean, Cassandra and I got our second shots in the arm yesterday, and I'm very excited about that. But there's still plenty of people that aren't getting vaccinated and don't believe in it. And we'll talk some this week about vaccine hesitancy. And I've been watching some things on that, and ultimately, I think they need to make getting the vaccine easier. I listened to an NPR report today, actually, that talked about an area in Philadelphia where they went from prioritized appointments to walk-in. If you lived in one of the zip codes that surrounded this place, they gave a list of zip codes. Let's call it 10 zip codes. If your ID said one of these 10 zip codes, you could just walk in and get a shot. And they had people, like a 40-minute wait. And they had the most success getting people that were not getting it, getting people that have had hesitancy, that couldn't navigate the online systems, which most of the online systems are ridiculous for this. And I know we're close to getting there anyways, but that was a perfect example of how you vaccinate a lot of people very quickly. You make it easy. It's just like consignment. It's just like what you take in your store. If you make it easy for your customers to come and consign with you, your suppliers to come and consign with you, they come and consign with you. If not, they dump it in the bin, or they go someplace else, or they don't bother loading it in their car in the first place. Make it easy. So for the vaccine front, I think make it easy is the answer. For keeping surges at bay, masks, distancing, not hanging out with people that aren't in your bubble, unmasked, and we'll get there soon. You follow the basic medical advice and we'll get there soon. That's great, Kitty. I was talking, I think before you came on, that Saturdays are back, or the weekend is starting to consistently come back. We've seen that over the last several weeks, probably the last a little more than a month now, where the weekend business is starting to come back, where the weekend has throughout this pandemic just been another day. It's just been another day. And now the weekend is starting to be solid weekend business. And that is exciting because it also makes it easier to schedule for. It makes it much easier to schedule for if you know that is happening, that you're going to be busy, that you're going to have staff. I mean, that is a good thing. We're still operating at slightly reduced hours, partly because I'm waiting for a little more consistency. We see that natural lull in a couple months normally in the beginning of the summer, and I'm sort of like, people are coming to us. So, people are starting to go back to the office a little bit in waves. I don't think it's going to be anything like the wave we're going to see this late summer. I think late July, August, and September are going to be gangbusters between schools reopening for all in person. They're going to eliminate the remote option in a lot of the schools because they have to as part of the funding, unless there's a virus surge. And people going back to the office. So I think you're going to see the combination of both is just going to be gangbusters for business, starting, depending on when schools open in your area. It's that month, 6 weeks before, you're going to see both office workers buying clothes and for the kids. There's going to be a huge splash of that. And the added thing is they're gonna have extra money. People are gonna be getting the extra money per kid starting in July from the IRS. So they're gonna have extra cash to burn. So this is all gonna work out very, very well. Interview outfits. Wow, that's great, Michelle. I love that. You know, that these are good signs. These are things of good things are happening, people. Don't let your guard down. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Don't let your guard down and don't get fat, dumb, and stupid. Don't become a drunken sailor in this, though. This is, if you become the next Michigan, this could just be a phase. So that's where it's real important to not go crazy with the money that's going in your register. Hey, Heidi, how are you? Great to have you here tonight. An important night for you to be on, too. Great night to have you on. So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. I want you to be very very frugal with your resources. I want you to hang on to them. I want you to hang on. Well, going out to a party with a vaccinated drunken sailor, Michelle, is one thing, okay? But spending your store's treasure like a drunken sailor is not a good thing. Is not a good thing. That is you going out on the dance floor with all the sailors, as long as they're vaccinated, I'm good with that. This show's getting off the rails tonight. I'm just saying, Michelle. Let's get started with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. Hey, Barb, how are you? Tonight we're on page 76, if you're following along in the book, which I know some of you do. Good morning. Write a bit, just for yourself. Give that maelstrom in your head a place to land. Look at everything swirling around in there. I always say it all starts up here. Hey, Kelly, what happened to, I got no clue. Supposedly it's coming back this week. Kitty has promised me spring weather is coming back. We had half a foot of snow yesterday. So it is crazy, but it is coming back. And people are buying spring clothes, so I'm good with that. And we have school vacation this next week, so I don't know what that will or won't do for sales. We have an April vacation. We get April and February vacations up here in the Northeast for school. And so next week is school vacation, and I've heard people going away. I've heard people not going away. I don't know what it's going to hold for business next week. I do not know. But I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm looking forward to finding out. So, got a lot happening tonight. I'm going to hop right into it because I got a lot happening on a Saturday night that I want to talk about again. And a couple things I need to review. So, let's get to it. In one piece of new news, because Facebook has to change things just when you're getting used to it, you can now schedule stories in both Facebook and Instagram. Okay, so I'm going to get 50s and 60s next week, huh? Kitty, or at some point, I honestly don't know. I hope tomorrow's nice for Self-Care Sunday. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping tomorrow's nice. We have tomorrow planned for Self-Care Sunday, and that's what I'm hoping. Facebook has added scheduling for stories, and you add in business discovery options. But the big news is scheduling. You can now schedule stories. I still haven't done a story, I don't think. Or I think things automatically add to I don't know. I don't post much personally. But yes, you can story and you can schedule it now in both Facebook and Instagram for business. So that is a cool thing. Okay, coming up tonight, I got a lot of posts coming up tonight. So sorry, Adele, on a Saturday night to keep you and Dazzle busy. I have several posts coming up tonight. You don't have to do them until just before noon tomorrow. I'm just saying. But I appreciate that you get them over to nards.org/resale strong so we can help everybody out. The first is I gave you a heads up on this last night. that if you know someone or family, or you have family members who have passed from COVID, FEMA is now accepting applications for funeral assistance. You can get funeral assistance from FEMA if COVID was a contributing cause of death, and FEMA will reimburse you up to $9,000 in expenses. And they are now taking applications. I have, and that link to the application is going up on NART's private Facebook group within the hour. NART's private Facebook group within the hour, that'll be there. And it'll be over at narts.org/resale strong by noon tomorrow. Noon tomorrow, I'm telling you. Okay. Okay, the next thing is we all like to eat out. You got to get your Irish coffees and hot toddies somewhere, right, Kelly? You know, or Michelle has to snap her fingers and a sailor has to bring her a drink or something. I don't know. But you got to go out someplace. And we, you know, restaurants have been incredibly hard hit. And the restaurant revitalization grants will be starting soon. There's a lot of people that don't know about them, a lot of small restaurants that aren't in or don't believe what these grants are really going to do. It is huge. What they are doing for the restaurant industry, it would have been great had they done this for for retail as well, but they're doing this for the restaurant industry, and I'm really happy they are. This grant that they apply for is essentially what were your sales in 2020? What were they in 2019? What's the difference? Subtract any PPP money you got, and we'll send you a check for the difference. So basically making them whole with 2019. Restaurants can be made that were in business in 2019, and there's a formula if they actually started pre-COVID and everything else that newer restaurants can get money too. But if they were in business in 2019, they are essentially, the grant process is what were your sales in 2019? What were your sales in 2020? What's the difference? Okay. And from that difference, they subtract any PPP money you got. Okay. That's it. Any other grants you got aren't subtracted, but the PPP is subtracted. It is an incredibly good process that they have done for the restaurant industry. And I have a post about it tonight from that I have from our friends at the National Restaurant Association. And you know, as big as the National Restaurant Association is, again, not all this information is out there. So share it with restaurants that you know and love, and make sure they're getting this. There is also the grant process hasn't opened yet, but I'll let you know as soon as it does. But this tells them everything they need to do to get ready for it. It'll also, for the first 21 days that they do this, they will be prioritizing women-owned businesses, women-owned restaurants, veteran-owned business, and socially and economically disadvantaged individuals. So women, veterans, and socially and economically disadvantaged individuals. And after that 21-day period, everybody will be able to apply. So, I mean, this is really, really good. I have a whole explanation. This is you know, it is actually a little bit long, okay? But it you know, it's actually 39 bullet points, okay? But it walks them right through everything they will need. Everything they will need. And I know I've already, you know, a lot of restaurants tune into our show. Because we've helped a lot of restaurants during this. And so I like to eat. Maybe you haven't seen my I like to eat. So I want to make sure we keep them in business. We owe it to them to make sure, we owe it to everybody to make sure they have the best information possible. And that's what we do here every night is provide the best information that we have And that's really good. I've actually shared that with several landlords that have uh, restaurants in their plazas and things, and they've been like, "Oh my God, this is great." So that will go up to narcs.org/resale strong tonight. Lastly, our friends at the SBA. Our friends at the SBA are really kicking things into overtime. And they're really working hard at getting people the money they are eligible for, I guess is the right term. The money that you're eligible for. And most specifically right now, we're talking about the targeted EIDL advance. The targeted EIDL advance, again, just to recap here in case you don't remember, was originally designed, the EIDL advance was designed as a grant at $1,000 per employee up to $10,000 when you applied for an economic injury disaster loan, an EIDL loan. That quickly ran out of money and they stopped giving those advances. Okay, some people got a couple $1,000s, some people got $10,000, some people got nothing. Okay, so the SBA has been going back and they have been giving people, the first thing they did is they went after people that they sought out people that only got a partial advance, and they made them whole with the $10,000 advance. And I've published examples of emails for that. Okay, and those emails are still going out. The other group is people who got nothing, who got no advance. Okay, either because they didn't check the box, because originally also that grant was not going to be a grant if you took the PPP, so it didn't matter. So many people didn't take it early on. Now it is a grant regardless of whether you took a PPP or not. And so they're going back to people that got nothing and contacting them to apply. That is either with the email that I've already shared with you, okay, that has the application number and the link and everything else. Any email about this will have your application number in it. If it does not have your application number, it is automatically fake. Okay, almost 100% certainty that it's fake. I'm happy to look at any email you're unsure of, but it has to have your application number from your original economic injury disaster loan application. If you're unsure what your application number was, go back in your files, check your old emails, or if you got a deposit from the SBA, that deposit, whenever it happened last year, the number next to the deposit, okay, would be your application number. So go looking for that. Okay. And now in a third wave, because again, they are committed to helping people. They are really committed to helping people. Some of you have gotten a notice that you don't qualify for the EIDL advance because you're not in a what the SBA deems as a low-income area. Okay, even though your income may feel low, especially in the last year. Okay, so now the SBA is saying, hey, you know what? Maybe there's a good reason why we should still give you this money. You know, you're not in what we thought was a low-income area, but you're a business and you're fighting. You're fighting for your community, for your customers, for your suppliers. You're fighting. You're going in there each and every day. Let's see if we can find a way to give you some money. So they've said if you've been denied an EIDL advance, okay, you've been denied, your business was denied. The biggest reason that people have been getting denials lately is because the not being in the low income area. You can say, hey, wait a minute. I know I'm not technically, everything around me is, all this street is, that street is, my street isn't purple and isn't low income. I deserve this because I'm fighting for my community. The SBA is now giving you a way to tell them that. You can send an email, and and I will have this posted tonight in the NARTS private Facebook group, and it'll be over at narts.org/resale strong by noon tomorrow. You can ask for a reevaluation of your targeted EIDL advance. And you'll be emailing targeted advance reevaluation at sba.gov. And there's two important things to this reevaluation. Okay. First, the subject line has to say reevaluation request, and you have to put in your application number. Okay. And in the body of the email, you need to explain why I should get this, what this would mean to your business. You know, how this, but you already got yours, Kitty, right? Because you got it back, or did you not get the full 10 grand? I forget whether you only got a partial or not. If you got a partial, you can ask for a reevaluation. I remember that you paid it and then got it back with your first PPP, but you can ask for a reevaluation. If you did not get the full $10,000, you can ask for a reevaluation. And, you know, so the post that I'm doing that will go up tonight will explain where to send it. Okay, so Kitty, you can ask for a reevaluation to get the balance. Okay, and why you should get it. Okay, that you are in a low income, or that you're surrounded by low income, and you serve a lower income customer. Okay, that your store is in the one street that is high income, because that's where the only place where the retail district is. But all your customers come from around. And the other thing is to throw in there how this will keep people on the job. Okay, this literally will keep payroll. You know, that if you got 5,000 and this would be another 5,000, that's 3 weeks of payroll or 2 weeks of payroll. That this will help keep people employed. That's what Isabel Guzman wants to see. That's what the SBA is looking to take credit for, is that they kept jobs. Not only doors open, lights on, but this kept jobs. So tell your story. Tell your story. Okay, and get and go for it. Okay, this will get posted tonight in the NARTS private Facebook group. Any questions, by all means, email me. Okay, if you're unsure, just email me. But go for it and get yours. Okay, because this is about survival. This is about building a strong platform back. This is how you build stronger back. This is how you keep a strong footing, okay? And get out of any debt that you've taken on during this. This is how you do it. This is grant money, not non-taxable grant money, okay? That is the important part of this. Non-taxable grant money. This is Self-Care Sunday Eve, people. Self-Care Sunday Eve. Self-Care Sunday Eve. What do we do on Self-Care Sunday Eve? We remind you that Self-Care Sunday is an important day for you, yes, you, to take time to refill your pitcher. Refill it. You've been taking time all week for everybody else. You need to take time for you. You need to take time for you. You need to take time and recharge your batteries so that you can keep on giving to everybody else. We all got to do it. We all do it each and every week. And Sunday's the symbol. So if you can't do it Sunday, do it Tuesday. Cassandra was liking Wednesdays, you know. Just do it. It's so important. Take a half day, Tuesday and Thursday. Whatever you need to do to get your time in for you, do it, because this is a marathon, not a sprint, a marathon. And a marathon, we don't know where the end is. You know, we talked about that at the top of the show, okay? We don't know where the end is, okay? So we got to keep you in good shape through this. And the only way we do that is through Self-Care Sunday and taking the time to recharge. We also have an amazing recipe for this week's Self-Care Sunday recipe of the week. It is, okay, and it is the ultimate pancake recipe. The ultimate pancake recipe, and you know it's good. Look at how folded up it is. Look at all the schmutz on it. This is right from Cassandra's Kitchen, okay, that she cut out of a magazine in 2000. This is what we make pancakes with when we have pancakes. This is what gets us through. This can be part of your Self-Care Sunday tomorrow. You don't have to have pancakes for breakfast. They make a nice dinner too. Okay, you can have upside down dinner and have pancakes for dinner. But the ultimate pancake recipe will be up at narts.org/resalestrong, REC, for the Resale Strong Cookbook. The Resale Strong Cookbook. It'll be there by noon tomorrow. You know it will. You know it will. It'll probably be there before noon because that Adele is pretty amazing. And Michelle wants pancakes served to her by a sailor. I'm just saying. So we're off the rails still here tonight, but we're having fun and we're making it through to the other side. Everything I talk about here, everything, the recipes, the links, the files, they're all over at narts.org/resalestrong. By noon the next day. Noon, I tell you. It's an amazing thing how everything gets over there. Thank you, Adele and Cassandra, for all the behind-the-scenes work you do to make all that happen, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell. Michelle has one of these bells to have a sailor bring her pancakes. I guess, the whole Fifth Fleet just shows up at her house. I don't know. Michelle. And then they carry you to work. I don't know. I don't know what happens in Virginia. You can also share narts.org/resalestrong with everybody you know in business. Butcher, baker, candlestick maker, sailor, who's looking to buy beer. Share it with them all. We're going to help everybody get across the finish line here. Yes, we are. And that's how we do it. I'm here live in the Narts private Facebook group and streaming on YouTube at More 8th and Ish live. More 8th and Ish. Every night for you. But if you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night, with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program every night. Tonight, we are on page 76. Good morning. Write a bit, just for yourself. Give that maelstrom in your head a place to land. Look at everything swirling around in there. It all starts up here. Our good night tonight is good night. Write some thoughts down for yourself. Grab what you can. Pin it to the page. Look at that. How long you been hanging on to those? Good night. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even, a pancake fest. I don't know. We're gonna party again. We will. And when we do, I will be there with you. But until then, and until tomorrow night at More 8th and Ish, know that you, but most importantly you, yes you, you're not alone running this store. It's time for dinner, everybody. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. Self-Care Sunday.